everyone, welcome back to Metacaretribe, a community to shoulder each other with the right mindset, success strategies, relationship management, and Australian immigration advice. So, this video today we're going to be covering the details on how to apply parent visa or visitor visa for your loved ones. So we're going to be saying who are eligible to be sponsored for a visitor visa, what are the documents that you will be required to do it. You can just do it at the comfort of your home. You don't need to go through an agent. So my parents, where they came to Australia twice, so once I extended the visa on shore, I'm going to be telling you how to do that, so you need not pay for the health checkup or the medicals once again. So let's get started. All right, let's check how to apply for a visitor visa. So just type IMEI account. So if you already have your IMEI account, you can log into IMEI account. So this is how the login screen looks like. So you can create an IMEI account easily. So I already have an IMEI account. So I have logged in with my credentials. And this is how it looks like. So new application, if you click on it, this portal called IMEI account is where you will apply for all visas. So your agent will apply through the same portal for any visa you're going to apply for: skilled visa, permanent resident, temporary resident, anything, short-term visa, anything comes through IMEI account. And these are the different options under which you will be applying. So today we're going to see visitor visa. So just click on visitor. And these are the four options. So visitor visa 600 is the commonly used visitor visa. So just click on I have read the terms and conditions. Is the applicant currently outside Australia? Yes, your parents might be there. So you'll have to choose their current location. Say, for example, I say India. They're legal citizens. So just legal status is citizens. Select the stream they're applying for. So here, usually it's tourism stream to visit family and friends, and all reasons. So if you want to, if they are coming on a business purpose or anything else, so usually it's just family and friends. Give any details of significant dates. They have to be there. Suppose you have a function, you bought a house, you want your parents to be here for the housewarming, you can specify the date with the reason. So is the applicant being lodged as a group of applications? So usually the agents do this if they're traveling together for a conference or visiting a country like a film crew. So in this case, it's no. And is the applicant traveling as a representative of a foreign government? If it's applicable for you, you say yes. My case, it's no. So here, I'm just going to choose tourism. That's a mandatory field. And here you can just enter some names and details of the applicant. So say, for example, 1950, December 20, and whatever is the passport number and which country passport they've got, and the nationality of the passport holder, and date of issue can be, say, 2016, and date of expiry is 2023. So place of issue, say, for example, Chennai. And does this have an applicant have a national ID card? Say yes, and you can add in the details. You click on this and add the family name, given name, and the details of of that card. And place of birth, relationship status, other names, citizen of. And then you can give the applicants place of birth, state, country, and again you can choose the relationship status if you're they are mostly married, single, divorced, whatever is applicable. So have they been known by any other names? Yes, then you'll have to provide details of the name change. If it's no, just no. Is the applicant a citizen of the selected country of India? Yes. Is the applicant a citizen of other country? If they have another citizenship, you can say yes, otherwise no. Have they traveled previously to Australia? You say yes. If they've already traveled. If it's the first time, you say no. they have previously applied for a visa to Australia. Sorry. So if they've applied for a visitor visa or any other visa, say yes. And if you know the grant number, you can provide it here. If not, you can just say no. So just remember, anything with your surname, your last name, and your date of birth, they can pull out your entire history. So other passports or documents for travel. So do they have any other passports or documents? So in case if they've renewed a passport or if they've lost a passport and applied for a new one, so you can give all the details. If it's just a single passport, there's no issues, just say no. And any other ID document like Aadhaar card or PAN card or driver's license, you can just do it here. Has the applicant undertaken a health examination for an Australian visa in the last 12 months? So if you say yes, they would ask for a HAP ID, which is the ID that is generated to do your medicals. If you say no, just say no and go on. So it wouldn't let me go because of these things. So Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Okay, I'll have to give. Confirm. Okay, now that's done. Let's see if it lets me go. Okay, now it does. So these are the critical information. So their first name, last name, gender, date of birth, country of birth, passport number, and the country of passport. Because you cannot modify once you say yes and you can't come back to this. So that's why it says you have to confirm. And once you confirm the information is right, then it goes. So you can see there are 20 steps and we are in the 5th step. So are there any other persons traveling with the applicant? For now, I'm just going to say no. But if they're like parents traveling together, mom and dad, you should say yes and give their details as well. So the contact details. So where do they live? So they usually live in India. And the office for an interview, whichever is the closest. So you can choose, if you say India, I'm not sure if it's going to filter it out. So India, you've got just New Delhi. So click on the consulate, whichever country you belong to, whichever is closest, and just give your address, the residential address. Oopsie. Chennai, Tamil Nadu. And you can give any number. And is it the same as, yeah, and whatever address you've given, email address, and say yes. So the next step, do you authorize any other person to receive correspondence on their behalf? So authorization is like if agent is applying, you'll say yes, a migrating agent or another person. So if you say no, then it'll be sent to your email address. If you say another person, you'll have to give details about that person and you authorize them to receive your communication. So does the applicant have any members of their family unit not traveling to Australia who are not Australian citizens or Australian permanent residents? The reason they ask this is visitor visa is generally given on a moral obligation that you will go back to your country. Okay, so your home country, you have people for you waiting for your return. So typically it's that you have a reason to go back. So you say yes and then you add details. For now, I'm just going to say no. Proposed period of stay. So does the applicant intend to enter in Australia on more than one occasion? You want to come and go. So you have a 6-month visa. Do you want to travel to another neighboring country and come back in, or you want to go back and come back? So usually it's safer to say yes to get a multiple entry. And how long does the applicant plan to stay? So if you're going to put up to 3 months, usually there's no medical examination required for the parents, depending on the medical declaration that you provide with your application. But anything above that, the system automatically generates a HAP ID. So say for example, up to 6 months, you can put planned arrival date. When do they plan to arrive? This is just a tentative one. And when do they plan to depart? So you can say they're planning to come in by, say, April 8, and 6 months from then would be probably November, or even be the safer side, I would choose September. Does the applicant know the dates of entry for each occasion? For now, we don't have the plan, so not yet planned. So all they need is a reason why you're saying yes or why you're saying no. So do you have any plans of taking a course? If you say yes, you have to provide details. No, you don't have to. Will you be visiting any relatives, friends, or contacts? You say no or yes. If you say yes, you'll have to provide details again. And employment status, you can say retired or whatever is the state. Retirement date, for example, 2017. And how would you like to, so this is an important point. So if you are saying it's self-funded by the parent or the visitor who is going to come, they will have to show their bank statements, the housing, but anyways, it is very useful for you to give the property document and the ID proof. So they need to have a reason to go back. So if your parents or visitor owns a property in India, the logic or the thought processes, they will go back because they have something to go back to. So if you're saying self-funded, you have to provide all details of your bank certificate. If you have fixed deposits, LIC policy, PF, anything and everything that you have in your name as assets, lands, properties, cars, shares, you can show. Supported by overseas employer, this is usually not the case, or it might be the case for people who are traveling on site. And supported by any other organization if you're traveling for any occasions, by another person. So that'll be if person who are living here, like daughter or people, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, son, anyone who's going to sponsor. So they'll say all cost. In that case, if I'm going to declare, I'm going to sponsor for my parents, I have to declare my bank statement and other financial details. So for now, if I put self-funded, what funds will they be available? So you just have to say, I have so and so in my bank account, and I've this much cash, and I can fund myself, and you'll have to prove it. So in the last 5 years, has any applicant visited or lived outside their country of passport for more than 3 consecutive months? So if you've visited any other country in the last 5 years and you've stayed more than 3 months, other than Australia, you have to declare it here. So I'll say no. Do they intend to enter a hospital or healthcare facilities, including nursing homes? So no. Applicant intended to work as a doctor or dentist. So this is usually with a health declaration. So have you ever had TB? So depending on your case, you can just declare. For now, I'm just going to say no to do it quicker. And this is character declaration of any legal offenses you had. Have you been denied visa? Have you been had a court indication? So depending on your case, please make sure you say the truth. Okay. So if you have been deported from any country, have you been rejected visa, have you overstayed for any reason, they can pull out all the information. So please be honest. Has the application held, or does the applicant currently hold a visa to Australia or any other country? This is usually done when you're trying to extend their visa. So if they have a 6-month visa and you're trying to extend that visa, you'll say yes and give the visa details. If it's no, then no. Have they ever been in Australia or any other country and not complied with the visa condition or departed? So this is again visa for Australia or any other country refused or cancelled. And then these are the declarations. You say, I have read and understood all the information. So basically this is the declaration part. So you read and do it. I'm just doing it because I know what I'm doing. In doing it for the first time, I would just advise you to do it. So priority consideration, meaning a fast track service with an additional $1,000. If you're really in a sense of urgency, you can choose yes, otherwise just say no. It usually comes, the outcome comes within 7 business days. So this is the application. You check everything and then say next. It goes to the payment gateway, you pay, and you upload the documents, and then you pay. Immediately you will get your HAP ID generated. So this is where you attach your documents. You attach your photograph here, choose file, photos, your passports go in here. So if you've applied for your parents, then it'll say two individuals. So one, so this will be for one applicant, and then you'll have another tab for another applicant. So you can upload a maximum of 60. And national ID other than passport, like your Aadhaar card, PAN card, driver's license, or any other photo ID proof will come in here. And these are like mandatory. So if these are not there, your application will not be considered. And the more you give in these areas, the more chances of you getting um, uh, probably a positive outcome very quick. Now, coming to the tips, so usually what is the best way to get it quick is you plan the day when you can organize the medical examination, the nearest city where you can organize, and you just apply for your visa. So the immediately the HAP ID will be generated, and then you can call the service provider in the hospital, like any major cities, capital cities. You've got hospitals like Apollo, which are registered health examination centers, and you can organize your medical examination, and then up, so it'll automatically go to the visa office with your HAP ID. So once they are happy with your medical examination, you'll get your visa if your documents are clear and if the case officer does not have any questions. So it's a very simple, straightforward process. You just need to have the information ready, scanned, clear documents, and all you have to do is just upload and click. It's that easy. There's no need to go through a consultant, and you can do it on your own. So you have control of your parents or your friends or your relatives visa. I hope it was helpful, and if you want to if you're interested in viewing, if you're interested in if you're interested in watching such videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications on to be notified of any new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.